Here's a wee update on what the far right in Ireland are saying right now. If you don't know me, I'm Goodwill Conting. I'm a writer and journalist from Northern Ireland, stroke the north of Ireland, using TikTok to get a book deal for my novel Influenced. I have different accounts on here, and some of those accounts I follow the far right, the patriots as they call them, just to see what they're up to. And I've just came off a live there where they were talking about the incoming civil war in Ireland, in the whole island of Ireland. Now, the people I was listening to are loyalists, but they actually now, funnily enough, have solidarity with the Irish as well, as long as those Irish are fundamentalist Christians who are racist. So they are saying that a civil war is coming, and they also are talking about how weapons are being brought into Ireland. This is what they're saying. They're saying that weapons are being brought into Ireland, and they gave an example of a woman who owns a hotel. Now, this is all from their videos. None of this has been in the news, but you see, they don't believe in the mainstream media. They don't believe in facts. They know. Anyways, so apparently, a woman who runs a hotel that is, according to them, full of asylum seekers. Well, they don't call them asylum seekers, they call them migrants. Full of migrants. This woman runs this hotel, and she was given keys in the middle of the night in a box, and someone said to her, "Don't open this until the call comes." But she was switched on, so she opened it. And inside it was AK-47s and grenades. Now, you might be thinking what I thought, which is, why did this woman not go to the police? Well, you see, the police are in on it. That's what they're saying. The police, this is the guards, by the way, in this case. The guards are in on it. And the reason we don't have, this is also what they said, the reason they don't have, apparently, according to them, there's no military in Northern Ireland, and the reason there's no military in Northern Ireland is because they're put them over to Scotland because they actually want the civil war. Now, if you follow me, you'll know that I talk a lot about like loyalists, and how loyalists are essentially, how MAGA has came from loyalism. These kind of people are obsessed with the idea of us and them, and they're obsessed with the idea of nationhood, and they're obsessed with the idea of fighting for that nationhood. So they need these myths, they need this mythology in order to maintain. It's also a cult, and cults need, they need rhetoric in order to keep it going. But that's where the loyalists, that's where the far right are at the moment. The ones, like I said, that I was watching are loyalists. But yeah, civil war in the streets. The guy actually said he gets scared going to sleep every night because he doesn't know if tonight's going to be the night that the civil war comes. So that's what we're up against, folks. The patriots that you're seeing in America are the same patriots that you're seeing in Ireland, are the same patriots that you're seeing in England and in Australia. What is happening is a global rise in the idea of nationhood, regardless of what that nationhood is. It could be American, it can be British, it can be Irish, it can be Australian, it can be German, it can be Danish. They are all rising under the idea of the nation state and what that means to them, which is a white Christian nationalist state. So that is why in the north of Ireland, where this kind of idea originates, is through the plantation. That is why we have flags in the north that have the Nazi symbol on them, that have the Confederate flag, that have the British flag. They are all, the Israeli flag, they are all going up on the same flag post. And it's because all of those ideas are linked to the idea of the nation state. And sometimes the Israeli one isn't always on the lamppost with the Nazi one, but they do have them. They're the same. They all fly them under the same ideology. And yeah, it is basically the same in terms of the far right. And that is who is on the rise right across the world. I have another video on my profile talking about the founding fathers of America and how a lot of them have Ulster Scots roots, Ulster Scots Protestant roots. I think it was 33 presidents or something have that. There's a video about that on my profile. These patriots are white, ethno-nationalist, fundamentalist Christians. That is ultimately who they are. But they will also take in groups like they have support for Israel, they will take in groups that align with their ideology, even if it's not necessarily religiously. And I need people to understand, these people are, the originators are from the Ulster Scots plantation of Ireland, like 800 years ago. Andrew Jackson, who all of these people say is their favourite president, his parents were born in County Tyrone. So people from the north of Ireland in particular, we know these people. Like, generationally, we know them. This form of extreme displays of ethno-nationalism, I mean, look at this. Every year on the 12th of July, loyalists, who are the ones who are in the street at the minute, have these huge bonfires in the north of Ireland, the bit that's still colonised. And this one has at the top of it the Irish flag. At the top of this, you will see a boat, and you'll see that there's people on it. I don't know if you can make that out, but there's people on it in life jackets. And it says stop the boats underneath it. And that's on top of a bonfire that people, as you can see, stand around and drink alcohol and take videos and have a party. And if you Google boats, migrant boats, anything like that with the UK or with Europe context, really, you will see that people are arriving by boat a lot to mainland Europe and then also to the UK. And the right nationalists right across Europe have come together under this thing, Stop the Boats. And they are allowed to do this. And they've been doing this for years. The boat is a new addition, but they have been doing this for 800 years. All across the north of Ireland, burning the Irish flag like that. They always put effigies on it. So yeah, we have grown up with these people expressing this kind of culture all the time, not just increasing now. And they are nuts. They're nuts. You can't talk to them. You have to shame them.